If you reside in a community threatened by gully erosion and wondering what is being done to address this crisis, here's an exclusive interview with the project coordinator of the Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project, Dr. Salisu Dahiru. He spoke to Salamatu Ibrahim on Environment Today.
The Nigeria Erosion and Watershed Management Project is a World Bank assisted project to address gully erosion problems in the southeastern part of the country, as well as land degradation in the northern parts of Nigeria. And many communities have been affected by gully erosion to the extent that livelihoods have been lost. And that is why we're here today to speak with the National Project Coordinator of the project, Dr. Salisu Dahiru. Good to have you join us.
Thank you very much.
Can you run us through some of the significance of the project, or why the project was conceived in the first place?
The issue of gully erosion in Nigeria has been very, very serious. There are some, if I may use the word, troublesome gully sites that have even predated Nigeria. They were there even before 1960. And people who are in that particular state, Anambra in particular, know of the Agulu Nanka erosion site. It's almost the largest in the whole of the country. And because the soil in the south is the type that is very loose, and you know that Nigeria is one of the countries with very high rate of deforestation. And when you remove the trees, you expose the soil. And then for an environment where you have rainfall almost throughout the year, hitting the bare soil, it is very easy for that rainfall to sweep and wash away the soil. And then gradually over time, you see gullies being established. It was the southern state governors that actually came together because the project was way out of hand and beyond the capacity of most of these states. And they approached the federal government with a request to see if the World Bank can be invited to come and provide support. And the World Bank agreed, and the project document was put together. The project began with just 7 states. 7 states, the 5 states of the southeast, plus 2 from the south-south. But as I'm talking to you, at the moment, there are 23 states participating in the project.
It's beginning to look like a very huge project, because I understand that in the southeast alone, there are over 2,000 erosion sites. And I'm wondering how many other erosion sites, are there across the country. So tell us about the number of erosion sites that NEWMAP is, covering.
In terms of volume, what we did so far is that we have completed a total of 56 gully erosion sites across the states, the 23 states. And we also have another 40 that are ongoing at various stages of completion. Some of them 90%, some of them just about 30-40%. And actually the project is meant to come to an end, to be closed in June this year. And we are hoping that all these 40 that are ongoing will be completed, bringing the total number to over 90. And if that happens, it means the project has by far surpassed its target. The target that was given for the project is 55. We've not come to the end of the project, and we already have exceeded that by only 1 site. So 55, now we have 56 that have been completely 100% completed in terms of civil works and in terms of the revegetation, which we call bioremediation. Because the idea is that if you use concrete alone to solve the issue of erosion, you will not get the maximum benefits, because the erosion could happen again. And from lessons learned in implementing erosion problems before the advent of NEWMAP, majority of them were just, some of them did not even go through any design process, and they relied only on civil works. And that alone cannot solve the issue of Gully erosion, because once you finish, the idea is how do you sustain it so that it does not reoccur, no reversal. So, and the best way to do it is to integrate, to have this, what we call integrated landscape management approach, which combines civil works with bioremediation and then focusing on community participation such that the communities own these projects.
So in what practical ways do they participate and own these projects?
Yeah, they form part of the initial planning, because in each state, before a site is accepted, there are a number of criteria, and some of these criteria also involve community participation. And all through, from construction till the eventual handing over, we have what we call site committees that is mainly composed of the community leaders and representatives of various stakeholders within those communities. They manage this project so that if the contractor is not carrying out the assignment according to the specifications, they report. They report to the project management unit, they report to federal, they report to the World Bank.
How much monies have been invested in addressing this Gully erosion issue? That's one. Then the follow-up to that would be the impact so far on the communities.
Yeah, actually, the first tranche of the loan was 500 million US dollars at 2013, and based on the success of the project at that time, the federal government approached the World Bank, and then an additional financing of another 400 million was also approved. But the World Bank, in its magnanimity, also approached the European Investment Bank to lend additional support, and the initial the EIB also agreed and provided another 200 million, which is yet to become effective. But with this, the state governments and the federal government are meant to provide counterpart funds for the project in the neighborhood of between 10 to 13% of the total cost of all the investments.
Run us through some of the challenges and lessons learned in the process.
One of the major challenges that we had is community expectations. When you go to the communities, they feel that they believe NEWMAP is a one-stop shop for addressing issues of gully erosion and landscape management, at the state level.